Okay, if you're in sales, you know this feeling all too well. You've got a fantastic deal, everything is clicking, moving along perfectly, and then suddenly, nothing. It just stalls. Well, today we're going to crack the code on exactly why that happens, and more importantly, how to fix it for good.
It is one of the most frustrating things in this job, isn't it? I mean, you've built an amazing rapport. You've shown incredible value. All the feedback is just glowing, but the deal just hits a brick wall. It goes from being a sure thing to a total mystery. So what is really going on here?
And there it is. That's the simple, kind of brutal truth. The real reason your deal has gone cold is that you've been pouring all your time and energy into someone who, when it comes right down to it, doesn't have the final say. You're selling to someone who literally can't buy.
So, if you're not talking to the right person, who should you be talking to? Well, let's introduce the single most important person in your deal, the one who holds the key to unlocking everything, the economic owner.
Now, this definition is absolutely crucial. The economic owner isn't just another manager or a director. Nope, they are the person with the final authority. They hold the purse strings, and they are the last stop on the approval train.
And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? I mean, think about that for a second. The entire team could be in love with your solution, but if the economic owner says no, the deal is dead. But on the flip side, if others are getting cold feet, but this one person sees this strategic value, they can push it right through. They have the final word, period.
So how do you spot one of these people in the wild? Well, you look for these traits. They are responsible for a P&L. They're accountable for the actual profitability of a business unit. They don't just spend a budget, they can create one out of thin air if they see the value. And maybe most importantly, their whole vocabulary is about business outcomes, revenue, efficiency, ROI, not the little technical features of your product.
Okay, so knowing the definition is one thing, but actually putting it into practice is a whole other ballgame. Let's draw a really clear line in the sand between who you might be talking to right now and who you need to be talking to.
Look, your day-to-day contact, maybe even your champion, they're often focused on features and functions. They're worried about implementation. They ask, how does it work? And that's fine. But the economic owner, they're playing a different game. They're focused entirely on the why. Why should we do this? What's the business impact? What's the real quantifiable value this delivers to our bottom line?
This is the million-dollar question, right? Because making a mistake here can literally cost you the entire deal. So how can you be sure? Well, it all comes down to speaking their language. You know, this right here is where the top 1% of sellers really separate themselves from everybody else. It is not enough to just find the economic owner. You have to be able to communicate on their level. You have to completely shift the conversation away from product features and towards business and financial outcomes.
I love this. This is the perfect way to think about it. Just picture a company's annual report. It doesn't talk about technical specs, does it? No, it focuses on revenue growth, market share, shareholder value, and operational efficiency. That is the language of the economic owner.
So you need to reframe your entire approach. First, start with their business problems, not your solution. Second, you have to quantify the value. Don't just say you'll make things more efficient. Show them exactly what a 10% efficiency gain looks like in dollars and cents. And third, you build the business case with them, using the metrics they already use to run their business every single day.
All right, so you found them. You're speaking their language. So what happens next? What's the payoff for all this work? Well, let me tell you, the impact this has on your results is absolutely massive, and the data backs it up.
And I want to be clear, this is not an exaggeration, not at all. The source material is crystal clear on this. Your ability to get to and effectively engage the economic owner will have the single biggest impact on the size of your deals, how fast they close, and frankly, whether they close at all. Just look at the risk. When the economic owner isn't involved, your deal is on shaky ground. It's way more likely to slip into next quarter, get smaller, or just die from no decision. But the moment you get them on board, that risk just plummets. Why? Because you've got a direct line to the money.
Now this one should make every salesperson listening perk up. Engaging the economic owner dramatically speeds up your sales cycle. You're no longer getting stuck in endless layers of middle management. You're having a real business conversation with the one person who can say yes and clear the path to get that contract signed. And here's the real kicker. Economic owners, they don't think in terms of small tactical buys. They think about strategic investments. When you frame your solution based on its impact on their biggest business goals, the scope of the deal just naturally gets bigger,
leading to way larger contract values.
Let's just let this one sink in, because it is the core lesson of everything we've talked about. All of your hard work, your amazing demos, your perfect proposals, it's all wasted if it isn't aimed at the one person who actually has the authority and the budget to say yes.
So after seeing all this, the path forward should be pretty clear. This is about working smarter, not just harder. It's about focusing your valuable energy where it's actually going to make the biggest difference, and that is with the economic owner.
Now, if you want some help applying these exact principles to your most important accounts, our team can actually walk you through it. Just use the link you see here to book a totally free discovery call with us. And finally, if you found this explainer valuable, do me a favor and hit that like button. It really helps other people find it. Share it with your sales team, and of course, subscribe for more actionable strategies just like this one to help you close more business. Thanks so much for tuning in.